Okay, so here we are for the second part of the data migration. In our first part, we understood basically how to do data migration in case of staging tables, and that was more in case of greenfield implementations. And we understood basically how we can migrate bank master data. That's what the example we took for migrate your data app, and we transported or we transferred the bank migration data. Okay, now in this video, that's the second part of the video. Let's suppose there is we whatever we transported or whatever we did for the bank master data. If we want to add another field into the template of the bank master data, then how we can do it? So it is not present, the field is not present as of now in the standard SAP template, but we need to add it now. So for that, we'll be using LTMOM. Okay, LTMOM is the T code. So let me just come down and what is basically LTMOM? So it is the SAP transaction used to create and manage migration objects within the data migration cockpit. So as I told you in my last video also, what is a migration object? Migration object means any kind of object like a customer master data, bank master data, a supplier master data, all these type of objects. In case of migration, these are called as objects, and we also call it as a migration object because we are migrating them. Okay. Now, uh, what we did in our last video, I will be sharing a link in the comments. You can check that out. Okay, so that you can refer to that video. You can also go for the first part of that video and understand how we basically migrated the bank master data. Okay, now in this video, we are going to add a field into the bank master data template, and that we are going to do through LTMOM. So in LTMOM, you can see it allows the consultants and developers to extend standard SAP template to add the custom or missing fields. You can also customize the migration logic, define field mapping and customs and derivations. So basically what you can do, if you want that a target field, the target field, that is the target structure field, should have a definite or a fixed value, what you want, that also you can do through LTMOM. So we will not waste much time on these slides. What we will do is we'll directly jump on to the uh, you know tutorial as to how that will work out. So what we did in our previous video, we created a project called as new project bank migration, and in that project we migrated the bank master data. Okay, we migrated the bank master data. For this, we downloaded a template, filled the template, and migrated it. Now, as I said, I will be sharing the link in the comments. You can watch the first video as well. Now we will go ahead, and in this case, uh, what we will do, we are going to add a new field called as post office number to the delivered migration object for bank master data. So the bank master data which we already migrated, now we are going to add a field. One field was missing, post office number. We need that. Okay, we are going to add. How we are going to add? For that, we will use LTMOM. Now, LTMOM is a T code which will be used in GUI. Okay, LTMOM is a T code which will be used in GUI. And how we created this new project bank migration? We created it in Fiori. In Fiori, the app is Migrate Your Data app. Okay, Migrate Your Data app. So we use the Migrate Your Data app. We migrated the bank master data. Now we want to amend this template of the bank master data. For this, we will be using the T code LTMOM, which will be in SAP GUI. So let me just go ahead and okay, I will just go ahead, and what we are going to do now, we will select this migration object. Okay, once we will select this migration object, we will now download the data template. So we'll just download the template. Okay, the system will create a zip file and the file will be saved locally. Okay, I will just click on over here, and you can see now this is the template which we got it. Okay, wherein the bank country key, bank key, name of the bank, all these things. Last time we got it from SAP. Now what we are going to do, we are going to add a new field, post office number. As of now, we cannot see this field, the post office number. We cannot see in the address field, there is no post office number field. Okay, so we need to add it. So for this, what we are going to do, we will be going into SAP GUI. Okay, and we will be going to the T code LTMOM. Now, just for information purpose, this following role will be required, that will be provided by the security team to the user to run this T code. So I will go ahead and I will go to the T code LTMOM, sorry, and I will click on enter. Once I did that, now you can see I have the option of migration object. Now, which migration object? I can just drop down over here in our project. Which project we created in our last video? We created new project bank migration, and I will start that. So which within this project, what is the migration object? I need the bank master data. I only created one migration object, that is the bank master data. So I will just find that. So I'm getting that only. Bank master data. I'm not getting any other migration object because I worked only on this. I will click on this. Once I click on this, so now I will arrive it to the screen wherein it gives you the structure of this migration object. What does this migration object structure say? So it will give you the global data. Global data is basically the ABAP code of this migration object. It will give you the source structure, the target structure as to in S4HANA, how will be the target structure? The source structure is basically from the ERP, from where you are taking those taking the data. Target structure is a very S4HANA target structure. Then structure mapping, how you will map the source structure and the target structure, how you will map the fields within the source and the target structure. So this is how the structure of this migration object says. So what I will do, as you can see, the migration object name over here is that Bang master data, and you can see it is the approach is we are migrating the data using staging tables. Okay, so now I will double click on this source structure. Once I double click on this source structure, I will get all the fields. You can see it's all the fields are mentioned: banks, bank key, and Swift code. Okay, all these things are mentioned. And the data type is also mentioned. It's a character field or length field. If you want to see this in a full screen, just click on this, and you will be able to see it in the full screen mode as well. So now you can see you have the full screen mode. You have the bank country key, name of the bank, region, and these are all the technical names. This is what the template contains. So to start editing, I can just click on editing. Okay. Once I click on editing, I want to add a field. Go to this option. Once I click on this, now what field I want to add? I want to add the bank post bank number. So any customization always should begin with Z. So I will enter Z and then I will enter Z post bank. Okay, I will press enter. What type of field it is? It's a character field, so I will enter character. Okay, enter. How much length I want to keep? Let's say I want to keep the 16 length. Click on enter. Okay, once I click on enter, I can again enter over here post office number. I can enter in description. Okay, so I have done that. I will click enter, and again here we will enter global data, and we will click on enter. Okay, so I have clicked that as well, and now I will just save it. Okay, now I have just saved it, and you can see the field is now added. Earlier it was not there, now we have added this field. So now I can turn off the full screen mode. I will go back to the previous screen once I have turned off, and now I can see I will go to the field mapping. We went to the source structure, we added the field. Okay, now we need to go to field mapping to map the field from source structure to target structure. So I will just double click onto it. Okay, as soon as I double click, you can see now I have the source structure on the left hand side, and on the right hand side I have the target structure. Okay, now but what's happening over here, if you just follow it closely, what's happening over here, that you can see the structure, the target structure. Okay, just a second. Okay, now what I can see, if you want to see the technical name, you could just go to the more option settings, and you can just technical name, click on and off. Once you click over here, you will be just seeing the technical names. Now you are not seeing the entire details, but you can also see the structure which we added. Z Postbank is also over here. Okay, so I will go ahead. So now you can see all these on the left hand side. You can see all these are marked with the green check mark. Now what does this green check mark means? This means these are mapped. You can see these are mapped, but this is not mapped Z Postbank. So hence this is not ticked by the green check mark. This is the source structure and this is the target structure. So now I'm just going to off the technical names, and I will again see all those full names which were present earlier over there. If you want, you can also filter. Now why to filter? To understand which maps are filled, which are not filled. Well, sorry, which fields are mapped, which are not mapped. So I will just click over here, and once I click over here, you can see I will just click on show unmapped fields. So I've clicked on show unmapped fields, and now it will show only the post office number. Now it is not showing all those fields. All those fields which were mapped from source to target structure are now removed. You only see the field which is not mapped, and that is the post office number which we have just added. Now there are options how you can do this. You can just quickly drag and drop. Okay, in this is the target structure. You can see post office bank number is here. In the source structure also you have added it. So why we have done that? Let's say in the source structure, that is the source structure means the data which is coming from the source system. Okay, let's say in the source system there was a post office number which was available for bank. Okay, but in this SAP migrated data when we downloaded the template, we didn't find this post office number in the template. So if it is not in the template, how you will add it? So we added a new field, post office number, in the source template. Okay, we have added it. And now this is the target structure of S4HANA. We are just going to drag and drop. Just drag and drop this thing, click over here. And once you do this, what will happen? This will automatically get mapped. Now you can see it is also been check marked with a green tick mark. Okay, so the post office bank number is done. Now in target structure, to open the context menu, right click post office account number. Okay, you can just right click onto it. Okay, and if you want, you can assign a rule. Now what type of rule you can assign a rule? Let's say instead of drag and drop, you can also assign a rule using the assign rules menu option over here. Okay, so you can also try to add a fixed field. Okay, if you want, you can add a fixed value to this post office number. Okay, that means rule assignation. You are trying to assign certain rules. Okay, now we'll just click on save. Once you have clicked on save, to view the result of the added field, you can have a look at the migration template. Now what we have done in our last video, we migrated bank master data app. We migrated the bank master data through migrate your data app. Now to amend that, we went to GUI, we went to LTMOM. Okay, now if you want to see whether the template has got updated, we again need to go to the Fury app. Okay, so I will just minimize the screen and we will again go back to the Fury app. So we have gone to the Fury app. We'll just click on this template, which we see it is showing migration completed. That's what what we did in our last video. So I will just check mark on this and I will just go and download the template. So let's see whether that post bank account number is there or not in Fury now. So again, system has created a zip file. I will just open this. And now you can see the post office number is also now updated in the template, which was earlier not available. Do like the video, subscribe to the channel.